If, like me, you've been looking for an app to replace your Instagram with, we may just finally have it. It's called Flashes, and it's from the same people over at Bluesky, the ones responsible for the best and perhaps only replacement for Twitter. Now, I say finally because I've seen a couple of apps that have tried to do this before, but this one's the one that truly feels like I can finally and fully move over all my photo sharing activity to. Now, it's not perfect. I mean, nothing is. I'm sure it has some areas for improvement, but I believe that this is the true first competitor that I've seen many people will ultimately really move to. Now, Flashes right out the gate does come with a really good set of value props to really consider this being your Instagram replacement. Number one, it's not owned by this guy. And no, that's not Benson Boone. It's worse. I mean, that's already a pretty good reason. This could be the end of the video right here. But no, there's more. Bluesky, which is what Flash is based off of, already has a pretty good following. It's building a really strong product. They have been growing exponentially in terms of users, and that gives it enough credibility. And Bluesky has taken into consideration the whole sign-up process for people coming in new to Flashes. In fact, they've taken it too much into consideration that it may be a bit of a weird experience. Let me explain. So when you're signing up for the app, it asks you, hey, do you have a Bluesky account? And if you do, you can just sign up with that. Although we do recommend that you create a different one. And this is because by using your same Bluesky account, you will end up getting notifications on both the Flashes app and Bluesky app. In other words, if you already have a Bluesky account, you technically already have a Flashes account. All the Flashes is doing is just pulling out the images and the media and the videos and just showing it on the Flashes app. So sure, on one hand, it is convenient because you don't have to worry about multiple usernames. You can basically use both with one. But I use social media differently. I use Twitter and Instagram separately. I speak on Twitter, I show images on Instagram. And Bluesky knows this so much that they do advise to, well, make a separate account. However, if you do make a separate Flashes account like I did, you can still navigate to your Bluesky account within Flashes and see all the media there, which is kind of confusing. So I guess that separation needs to happen more in your mind. Also, if you share videos on Bluesky, meaning like a typical format from a phone, they will come out as square on Flashes, which I'm sure they'll fix in the future, but that's how it is now. Now, I do share a lot of images and video to Bluesky the same way I used to do on Twitter, but they're not, I mean, they don't have the aesthetic that I would want them to have for, say, like an Instagram account. So I just don't like that they'll be just available there for anybody to see, but I mean, I guess they're available on Bluesky anyway. I guess I'll just have to find a way to accept it and just know that it's there and not think about it. Overall, the structure of the app is pretty straightforward and should look very familiar to what you might have seen in Instagram at some point. That is before they try to copy Snapchat and TikTok. There's a pretty noticeable call to action there in the middle, the lightning bolt to upload or take a photo. There's search, there's your profile. Again, pretty straightforward. On top of the app, right at the center, there is this filter where you get to see the global feed, the trending feed, and just separated feeds of images that you may want to see, also like who you're following. The same concept exists on Bluesky, just it's different. It's a horizontal scroll. A little confusing, however, was the icon on the top right. It does look like a filter icon, and when I tapped on it, it was mostly settings, or it felt like settings, the feed settings. Which reminds me, the option at the top in the middle feels actually more like a filter. So I don't know why we have settings looking like filter, but yes, maybe it's just an iconography thing. But in order to change your feed's settings, that's where you go. Overall, I like it. At the end of the day, this will be a very straightforward and simple way of leaving Instagram if you choose to do so, like I will, and just keep on sharing photos with a photo dedicated community. And it does so by leveraging the power of Bluesky, a product that's already pretty solid, that has been accruing a lot of users, and that is just becoming better every day. And the fact that Flashes like Bluesky is, of course, decentralized is just the ultimate cherry on top for sharing on social media in 2025 and beyond. So if, like me, you've been looking for a place to continue sharing your photos and videos, and you no longer want to support whatever discount Jack Harlow is doing, come along with me over to Flashes, and of course, follow me there, and also follow me on Bluesky. In fact, go ahead and find me on Bluesky and let me know there what you thought about Flashes, or leave it in a comment below. I am curious to know if it will replace Instagram for you too.